Should.
Can you hear us now?
They should. It should be back. See, you're on a delay from us though, so it'll take a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse us. Well, so you didn't hear all of his...
That was a ghost.
But they didn't hear you.
Oh.
Because...
Are you sure? I heard somebody saying ooh.
Well, they just said ooh because the ghost was in there. You didn't hear him going ooh.
Did you hear my ghostly moans at all?
So you think you knocked the mic when you were doing that, maybe?
I think I knocked the mic when I went back there.
Okay.
See, I started here, remember?
Okay. All right, whatever. Fail. Intro fail.
We don't believe in that CGI stuff. We want old school effects.
Which means lots of blunders and bloopers.
Hi,
hey,
Marcia.
Good to see you guys.
Well, here's the deal, I guess, is that, we're going to probably have to get a new microphone. We were just kind of waiting to the new year because this one, the cord doesn't hang in there, and it's really the microphone. And they're a little expensive, but we'll get it.
We will get one pretty soon. I just want to wait till after all the holiday shipping and that and the madness so that, nothing happened to it in transit. So we will get one.
Anyways, we are here today for the Christmas Tarot, which is our version of saying, let's have a message from the ghost, hi Mama T, of Christmas past, present, future. And when you're a card reader, whether you read the old gypsy fortune-telling way, the Lenormands, regular cards, tarot, or any oracle, a lot of times the stock and trade is about the past, present, and future.
I was going to say that.
Well, then go on and say it.
No, you just did. You go, Mr. O.
Okay, so basically, usually that's really the typical card spread overall. And most card spreads that are 3-card reflect that. We've done it a little bit differently, but that is pretty much the standard.
Yes. So we're going to try to do a little ghostly tarot here and give a past, present, and future reading. And let's see how the cards connect up with everybody and give it a go.
Now, this is the first time we're ever trying this, and I've hardly ever used the Ghost Tarot, so, be kind, be gentle.
Oh, do you see the cookies, Kara? I got these from a local bakery. They're very, very cool. Let's bring them in the... Ooh. But let's just say at our feast with our family, we had some of Gina's brownies, as well as some pumpkin pie. So I don't know if these cookies are going to get eaten. They're pretty cakey and big, but who knows? By the end of the show, I may have some.
Yeah, it was just a little over an hour ago that our son and his family left. They were here for about 4 hours, and we had my lasagnas. I made the spinach and the beef lasagna.
Goodness.
They were so good.
His lasagnas were the bomb. They were really, really good. And we had some ham. And we just had all kinds of snacky stuff. It's
Loads
terrible.
of snacks.
And of course, what would Christmas be without Canada Dry Cranberry Ginger Ale?
I love it.
Ah, I love it. Oh. Yes? Oh, did I leave it in there? Oops. The little play card. And our son and his wife and daughter did not fail. They actually got us a Tarot and Oracle deck we did not have.
Which is highly impossible, just about.
So we got the Supernatural Tarot, which we didn't have.
Based on the Supernatural TV series that recently ended its 14-year run.
Right, based on the show. And we also got this oracle called Season of the Witch Yule Oracle, which is something I have eyeballed, but I thought I would like, and I never did buy. And so, voila, it just appeared. Like the magic of Christmas. And thanks for the thought, Marcia. Thanks for the thought about the
Hi, Gina Clean. There you are. You must have heard your
Gina!
name being mentioned. We mentioned that Monster and his family was here, and we let them have some brownies that you
Oh
made.
my goodness, the brownies, they're so awesome. And they loved them. They loved them. And we gave them some brownies and some bark to take home.
And some lasagna, because there's plenty of it.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get started then.
So on with the goofy show. We had
On
a
with the
failed
goofy
beginning.
show.
Let's hope the rest does not fail us. So, Mr. O, did you see lasagna was trending? And saw a spinach one.
Ooh. There.
I guess that's the intro to our show.
For everybody that didn't see that.
Anyway, Mama T says lasagna was trending.
Lasagna was trending. Very cool.
Not surprised. Believe me.
So
it was awesome, and we've got too much left over. So anybody wants to come by, pick up some lasagna.
Shuffle. So we're going to go
they were
with...
definitely a hit. They still are.
It's been a wonderful Christmas. I'm usually the humbug. I admit it. I'm the humbug usually.
Hey,
So.
we got a question. Where's Sonny?
Where's Sonny?
Of course he's by me here. His rightful place. The cats are kind of tired out because they got nervous. They're not used to company coming by.
Well, they adore them, though, so they were actually...
Because of COVID. They finally, one by one, started coming out, and Sonny was the last. Or was Shadow?
But they're... I don't know where Shadow is now, but they are in love with Shadow because I don't know if you're familiar with this cat on the internet called Owl Kitty.
Owl Kitty. Kara is. I know
Owl
you
Kitty
are.
is this beautiful black cat, long hair, and usually Owl Kitty gets in trouble because they fight Godzilla or something like that, and it's hilarious. But our Shadow looks like Owl Kitty.
At least facially.
Okay. Should I cut or shuffle more?
Well, let me talk about I think you should shuffle more. And
Okay.
let me just talk a little bit about this. Okay, Violet Lotus is going to be first, and then Kara, Marcia, Mama T, and Gina. These are basically general readings that will relate to your past, present, and future. We're just going to see where the cards and the ghosts take us, the ghosts of Christmas.
Right, we're going to try to channel a little bit, I guess. See, I got the Ouija board planchette there.
That's right.
All right, Violet Lotus.
Okay, Violet Lotus, well, you are up, so we're doing you right now.
We could actually take one from the top of each of those. No?
You should have told me before I started.
I know, I should have, yeah.
Tell you what,
That's
let's
fine.
reshuffle
Maybe- okay.
quickly.
Yeah.
We'll get you done in 20
So that's what we're going to
minutes.
do. When we do and we have plenty of time tonight, when we do the cut, the furthest one over will be the pass.
Yes, I like that.
Mhm. Yes. I actually wanted to tell you that because I thought of that earlier and I never got
Shuffle
around
them
to
and
telling
cut
you
them
that.
again, and I will do it right. I will do it right.
There's a ghost.
Ah,
He also figured out one of our connectivity problems with our Fire Stick on another TV.
Amazon Fire
So that was
Stick.
really nice.
It's great to have the tech genius monster come by.
Monster is a tech. Oh, and you did
Oh,
it
I
again.
did it again. And
Let's
I
just
said
do
I
it.
was going to
Let's
do it
just
right.
do it.
It was meant to be.
It
It
was
was
meant
meant
to
to
be.
be.
The ghost of past, present, and future. What do you got?
The Five of Wands reversed. This is a ghost of Christmas past speaking. And Violet Lotus, I feel as though the ghost of Christmas past wants to, it's taking you back to examine, some conflicts, some struggles and aggressions from your past. Maybe, if it was in your family life, your past family life, there was turbulence. Perhaps in childhood. I'm just going to speculate here.
Well, sometimes this sort of leads to the idea that people are competing with each other and they're pretty serious about it. So it may be that people were fighting for similar resources or things in your family or in your past somewhere. But I think Spirit or the ghost wants you to know that this is probably mostly in the past and it may have shaped some things.
What I think the Ghost of Christmas Past wants to say is that, you learned over time to distance yourself from some of the fray. You found ways to shelter yourself from some of this. And that's maybe important in some way to remember right now and reflect upon.
And I think that the ghost says that your part in this was mostly to stand aside and let it happen. It wasn't that you were letting them roll over you. You were mostly watching them fight each other, perhaps. But that had a definite influence on you.
I think you were involved. I'm just going to say
A little bit of
you were
both.
involved. That's what my Ghost of Christmas Past is saying.
Okay, we'll let you have it.
But you can say your Ghost of...
Well, I did say it then, didn't I?
We might be channeling different Ghosts of Christmas
I like
Past.
cheesecake too.
Guess what the Ghost of Christmas Present is, though, Violet Lotus? It's the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is upright. Do you want to lead with that one? I'll let you go ahead.
Well, maybe it's possible that some of this hasn't been totally let go. Maybe there's a connection between those particular fights or competitions or competitiveness and where you stand today. And it may mostly be that you might have felt that although you got away from some of the people you wanted to get away from, there may have been some other people who could have been more allies or maybe were at least more partial to you, and maybe they're gone now, or maybe they're no longer in your life, and maybe sometimes that's what you reflect upon in the present.
I think the Ghost of Christmas Present is saying that you are haunted, possibly by these things from the past, or maybe some things have been surfacing in dreams towards the past, if that's possible.
Right. It clearly is the Ghost of Christmas Present
it's
as
a
we're
message for now.
trying to, impart. It is the idea that maybe this is something that haunts you, because normally when we look at the Nine of Swords, we feel that this is something you shouldn't spend so much energy worrying on. But I think the ghost here is saying this is bothering you, and maybe the question really is, why is it bothering you? What is it that is really the core idea here of that haunting?
It's kind of a spooky Christmas reading for you, Violet Lotus, because we're ending with the Ghost of Christmas Future being the devil upright. So I think that one thing to the Christmas future is showing you is that, there's a potential in this future that you are obsessing perhaps on some of this in your future.
Well, it may also be saying too that because of these instances, what you may reflect on are more shallower things, more materialistic things that you may. The ghost says, don't let yourself be drawn to just materialism, enjoyment to maybe occlude those past things, but it's saying this is a possibility.
Right, it is saying, right, and don't obsess over what has passed. Remember, the Ghost of Christmas Past is past. The present will be the past, and the future will be now someday.
Like they said in the Dickens tale, are these the things of what may be? So knowing the future, of course, is the best way to avoid it.
To change it. Woo! That was spookier than I thought. We're not deliberately trying to make it spooky, but you had some complicated
Says you.
complicated cards there. I'm getting into the spirit, Mr. O.
And you're helping me too.
We're supposed to be spirits.
We're supposed to be ghosts.
Well,
Where's my ghost at?
touch nothing.
Okay.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. So at any rate, Violet Lotus, I do have an idea. Any touching this will mess it up. But I think I've got it. Don't touch it. Okay, we're on, I think. How's that?
It's doing it. Okay, we think we have it now.
It's tenuous.
We're just going to do one card for each person and say goodnight. No, we're not.
The ghosts are haunting us here.
Well, the chat room says it's anything between Fae and Ghost, and maybe it's Sunny. I don't know. We didn't blame Sunny yet.
No, Sunny was not.
So I see Apple and Eva's joined us. Hi, Apple.
Hey, Apple and Eve. Cool to see
Merry
you
Christmas.
here. Sorry we're having some technical difficulties. We have a very bad microphone cord. The replacement I bought won't work, so my son speculated it's the microphone. It's inside the microphone that's
Its
working
jack
damaged.
is broke.
And so we have to get a new microphone. So we're trying our best to prop it up for this show and hopefully Sunday's show, and then we'll get a new microphone.
So let's get going then.
Let's get going.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Kara. We're
Ghost
back
of Christmas
on. I'm
Past.
focusing and shuffling. If our mic goes out, just let us know, because we can't always see the light where it's at, and we are not touching it. Oh, you've got that. Well, keep an eye on it, Mr. O. All right, Mr. O. So it's our ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. Happy Christmas to everybody, by the way, if we have not said that yet.
Adam.
I will, and you'll do it right. Here, let me put him right here. Boy, I'm worried he's going to jump back on that side. I'll watch him.
Okay, so the first card is what the Ghost of Christmas Past is saying, Kara. And that's the Magician reversed.
Okay, so in the past, the Ghost of Christmas Past is saying, you felt like maybe, I don't want to say it this way, but you felt like maybe you didn't have enough information. It was kind of like you were trying to fake it in some way to make it or fit in. The Ghost of Christmas Past is saying you were trying too hard without really putting in the necessary effort to make a difference.
Well, I'm seeing that there's a possibility that maybe this just represented blocks. Now, the blocks could have been because you had differing attitudes about how you applied your talents. But to me, I'm just seeing them as basically blocks that were keeping you from enacting your will or putting certain things out there in the ether that you wanted to. So I think it talks mostly about your spiritual nature and or the things you try to do on a higher level of being, your vibratory level. The Ghost of Christmas Past says you were seeking, but it wasn't as immediate or it wasn't easy to find.
Well, you may have been seeking approval, but yet not putting in enough effort to make that manifest. Let's move on to the Ghost of Christmas Present. We have somebody here who's very ghostly looking, the King of Cups upright. So the Ghost of Christmas Present indicates you are in the Ghost of Christmas Present is showing you a scene where, you are feeling more comfortable with yourself, comfortable with your feelings and your emotions. You feel so much more secure and stable than perhaps you had in the past.
I think the Ghost of Christmas Present also says that along with this comfort factor, what you're finding too is that your heart is opening up, your heart chakra or other parts of your spiritual nature are opening up, and you're feeling more benevolent, you're feeling more charitable, you're feeling more of a spiritual evolutional thing. You may not necessarily be doing this, you might not be doing charity work or giving donations away, but your soul and your spirit are attuning to this idea of love and being
compassion,
the person who puts the love energy out there. And so the Ghost of Christmas Present sees that and recognizes that you're getting more and more comfortable with this whole thing.
The Ghost of Christmas Future, I'll let you go ahead with that.
And we have the Four of Cups reversed.
Ooh, and that's not scary.
The Ghost of Christmas Future says that because of this development, the fact that you move through your blockages or things and that you become more comfortable, that you will be moving towards what your purpose is. The Ghost of Christmas Future says you are moving towards a purpose, and it's the purpose that Spirit as well as the Ghost of Christmas Future wants for you.
The Ghost of Christmas Future sees many opportunities lying before you. And, it's up to you to just move forward now, as the future arrives, to grasp those opportunities. Because sometimes they don't come more than once. So be ready, be open, be receptive, open your heart to the opportunities.
It really is about your spiritual evolution.
I like that. I do. Maybe even more about your emotional stability and evolution.
Sure. Yep. Yeah. All of that. Mm-hmm.
That's what we have for you, Kara. Awesome. Hey, Marcia, you ready?
Okay, Marcia, we're doing it right now. She just said something.
Okay. Marcia is up. And then Mama T, Gina, and
You're welcome,
Apple.
Kara. You're welcome.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, because we knew it was going to be kind of a quiet night. We thought we'd give this a try. It's kind of our trial run. And so next year can only get better, right, Mr. Rowe?
Right, and we might even already have some ideas.
We do.
Shuffle.
We may even have another special deck to use.
Ooh-hoo-hoo. Okay, Marcia. It is perfect timing.
Let me shuffle one more. So when I give it good shuffles.
It was so nice to see Monster and our family today because we haven't really seen the whole family in
We took
ages.
pictures of them. Maybe we will post one.
We'll post them, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you picked them up.
I know, so that means that we're doing it the other way. Okay, so the Ghost of Christmas Past.
I'm glad I'm not the only one doing that.
I know.
Oh,
Well, it's a habit.
It's another 4, Marcia, that goes to Christmas Past. Uh-oh. Sonny.
So the Ghost of Christmas Past says that maybe in some ways, there was a difference about you in the past, that maybe you were more aloof, more remote, or maybe there was a time when you really needed to be that. You needed to be hiding, or you needed to be at rest. You needed to be out of the scene. It may be that there were things that you had to prepare for that you just had to be away from. And the Ghost of Christmas Past said, this was rest you really needed to take. You needed this rest. It may have been important to recoup energy or recoup a sense of direction or movement that you wanted to find.
I think the Ghost of Christmas Past is saying that, there was a slumbering, there was a recuperation, there was recovery from, something, whether it was emotional distress or physical. It seems as though it might have been physical fatigue or the need to recover from something in your past. It's pivotal to your past in some ways.
So now the Ghost of Christmas Present, and it's the Knight of Swords. And so right now the Ghost of Christmas Present says there's movement for you. You need to move towards new goals. I think that's pretty clear from some of the readings we've been doing with you lately. And I think the Ghost of Christmas Present is on your side in this matter. They think there is illumination for you, something to lead your way, a light, even if it is a nocturnal light. I think the Ghost of Christmas Future is saying you're going to be okay if you find goals to move towards and you keep yourself directed towards your goals. This is really movement and having goals to achieve. To some degree, there's a little bit of recklessness involved here. The Ghost of Christmas Present says you may want to consider what your risk quotients are. You might feel some things coming to you are a little risky, but you want to consider it because maybe there's something there, but don't do anything truly foolish, of course.
Anything else you want to add? The Ghost of Christmas Present says that decisions need to be made. This is a time for making choices, deciding on things, choosing new paths, new directions. I feel that, there will be movement. There will be swiftness of movement too. The Knight of Swords is a fairly swift guy, and I feel that sometimes the Knight of Swords rushes headlong through things, maybe sometimes without giving it the thought it needs. So be careful, be wise in your choices and your decisions as you move full steam ahead. They're showing the present as being a time of mobility. So if it hasn't happened, it's probably going to be pretty soon.
So then finally, what does the Ghost of Christmas Future have to say, Marcia? And it is the Tower. And the Ghostly Tower is telling me that the Ghost of Christmas Future says there are still some things for you to do, some lessons to learn, a ways to go, as you yourself said. But there will be a light at the end of this road, at the end of this tower. There's forces of spirit that rather than plunging from the tower, they're sort of circling and moving up it. Can you see that there? In the normal tower, things are falling from it. These are sort of ascending it. So I'm thinking the Ghost Tarot, the Ghost Tower, is saying you will get through some of these travails. There's lessons here that are important for you to learn, but they will bring you towards the top, because that's the way that spiraling energy is going. It's going up to the top.
The Ghost of Christmas Future is showing a time where there has been some ruins. Perhaps now I feel when the tower is upright that it's already occurred. I know that's a future card, but I feel that the tower, it has already occurred, and what you are experiencing in the future from the tower energy is the fact that the future is the time where you are finally picking up the pieces and understanding the messages you needed to learn from this experience, and you are now moving forward forearmed and prepared for whatever else you face.
And I like the fact that the ghosts are showing some swords there, because that just shows determination and drive. Even if these things are talking about needing to be aloof or needing to find the challenges, that's where you're at. You need those challenges because they will give you drive. They will drive you to success. It is about inspiring you. And so maybe in a sense that's what the Tower's message is too, is to work through those difficulties that have yet to manifest, because there still is a light for you at the end.
Hey, Lena, this is a special program tonight. We're doing past, present, and future readings. If something comes up in regard to love and money, we can let you know, but we're kind of doing a special show tonight. Okay, so Marcia, it's interesting because I know you're unemployed now. I know you've been laid off. And it's interesting, you will have decisions to make in your present. It kind of does fit in with, your situation, as well as the fact that the Tower is here saying, the future's a time you're dusting yourself off and you have learned some lessons and you are moving forward again. You are not getting stuck in that loop that happens when the Tower is reversed.
All right.
That's what we have for you, Marcia. Good luck with that.
So Merry Christmas and good luck.
And Sunny is on my list, otherwise I would add Lena to it. There we go.
We'll still read that reading for you.
We'll see what we can get out of that for you, Lena. Mama T, you are up. Let's take a look at what the ghosts of past, present, and future have to say.
There you go. Look at it. Look at it as a break.
Ah, that's true.
And of course, that first card was talking about your past being a break, but maybe there was a little hint of it there.
There's definitely some movement that's going to be happening, and I
yeah.
would say
Merry Christmas.
fairly soon. Hey, you are welcome, Marcia.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Silly boy. I'll play with you again in just a minute. Sonny's now getting playful here. I just don't want him to go over where the microphone is at. Doing everything to keep him on this side. Mr. O?
Cut him.
Oh,
I already shuffled. So now I know I can do it
are you
the
sure?
other way. Yeah, I can do it.
All right. They are.
The ghost.
Okay, Mama T.
Yes.
We do, actually. We have one in a city called Southgate.
Oh. Who are we on?
We're on Mama T.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, pay attention.
Okay, so the Ghost of Christmas Past is the
Yeah,
reverse.
we have a Best Buy near Southgate, Michigan is actually where it is. It's the city adjoining ours.
The reversed Eight of Wands. The Ghost.
I'm sorry. It's Taylor, Michigan. Taylor, Michigan. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, I'm trying to answer the chat like you do to me many times. All right, go ahead.
I know. I'm sorry. I just.
That's all right.
The ghost is possessing me.
Good recovery, Mr.
So
O.
the Ghost of Christmas Past says that somewhere in the past, the thing that was significant and maybe affected a lot of things or has changed a lot of things is the fact that a lot of energy may have been used and maybe there wasn't a return that you needed to see on that. So it may have meant you put yourself into a lot of activity with a job or a project or a situation. Maybe you were trying to help somebody in various ways. Whatever it was, it didn't work or it had mixed results for you. And to some degree, you felt there was a waste of your time or your energy. And maybe that has left a mark there in the past that the Ghost of Christmas Past feels is relevant.
Eight of Wands. Mama T, the Ghost of Christmas Past is speaking about,
You're welcome.
a period of time in your past where you felt, you spent a lot of time and energy on things that bore you no fruit. You felt like it was a waste of your time and energy. Sometimes, the Ghost of Christmas Past is saying, we look back on our past and we think, I wasted all of that time. But the Ghost of Christmas Past wants to remind you that no time is wasted so long as you've learned the lessons you've needed to learn from that experience.
And that was the whole point of the Dickens story, A Christmas Carol. By showing Dickens his past and making him realize the regret for the things he did not change, that he could have changed the ways he could have been rather than the ways he ended up being, he came to realize that regret had impacted his life so much, but that even in his much older age, he was able to realize that and change. So that's what the Ghost of Christmas Past is saying, is it's never too late to change, no matter how much you think you may have wasted your time or your energy. So then...
That was in the past. Present.
That was in the past.
Hi, Deep Shaika. This is a special show tonight, but we're doing past, present, and future readings. You're welcome to get one. All right.
The Ghost of Christmas Present.
What is it?
It's the Knight of Cups.
Oh, reversed?
Or is that the Page of Cups? Oh my goodness.
May I see it?
It's got those funny little horses and markings.
Oh, that's got to be the knight if
I think
it's
so
got
too,
the
because
horse.
it's a horse, yeah.
That is the Knight of Cups.
I
And
think
it's
so
got
too,
the
because he's
horse.
on a horse, right?
Right.
So the Ghost of Christmas Present says that maybe you are still holding on to some regrets. That cup is turned over and he's sort of standing there on the horse looking at it. It's turned over in the water. It's reversed. there's a sense maybe the ghost of Christmas present says you're sad or you're thinking too much about some emotional things that possibly can never come back to you. And so it is something that you're going to have to, try to resolve to some degree. It may be able to change, but right now, that's not what the ghost wants you to understand. The ghost wants you to know that your life has been rich in a tapestry of a lot of different emotional feelings. And so sometimes you can recreate them, and sometimes you can never recreate them.
Don't take down the set. Mama T, the ghost of Christmas present speaks to you about emotional imbalance. The ghost of Christmas present is showing you a time where you have felt you've let your emotions overwhelm and get the better of you. And, the ghost of Christmas present is showing you this because by living in a world where everything is, you're feeling this emotional pain, you're closing yourself off to other beautiful experiences. So, take what lesson you can from this. I feel the lesson of Ghost of Christmas Present is that you need to look at the world with fresh eyes, with brighter eyes, not tainted by what may have happened with the ghost of Christmas past.
That's a good point, Banshee, and I sometimes forget that this is a very transitory kind of card because there is movement here, and just because it's reversed doesn't mean that there isn't some flow in other directions as well. So it is important to remember what does make you happy at this time, especially now, and to remember what you can't recapture with as much love and care as you can. So then, the ghost of Christmas future.
Oh, it's the Three of Swords reversed. Well, this is very interesting. I could look at this card in a number of ways. Some are not as good as others. We recently had the Three of Swords reversed in our card of the day, and it was not a happy thing. But for some reason, Mama T, my ghost of Christmas future is telling me the other side of the Three of Swords that I see is that the ghost is showing you a time where your heart is mending and healing now. Bit by bit, we have choices we make in life. And now that you see what unbalanced emotions can bring you in the future, instead of pushing those swords in deeper, you're starting to pull them out one by one.
I love this Ghost Tarot, even though I haven't used it a whole lot, because some of the images are so
It's different. I know.
Like I just noticed, like he's holding an umbrella over a ghost in the rain. And it's like, okay, that's supernatural gallantry for sure. He's getting wet, but he's letting the ghost stay dry. What does that mean? I don't know, but it's reversed anyway. And so I guess the idea really is that sometimes we are not all in it, and sometimes we are in it. The difference is really what we do take away from it. So sometimes you have to just look at what you can take away, even if it isn't always as well felt for you, but realize there still is some care or emotion there. Somebody who can care that much for a ghost, the Ghost of Christmas future says, stay dry, honey.
Okay.
No more
Take
tears.
that to the bank and run with it. But that's what we have for you. That's what our ghosts have to say.
I got a little supernatural there. I know I did.
Hey, Gina, are you there? We're ready for you. The spirits of Christmas speak.
Ooh. I am not reaching for that ghost again because I don't want the mic to get disconnected. It's on the same table where the mic is, and I'm not going to tempt fate.
We know it's not the microphone cord anymore, though. Even though the microphone cord is now warped, my son is pretty convinced it's the plug in the microphone itself that is causing the problem.
That was kind of fascinating. This tarot is really kind of an odd one. Sunny Guru. What's happening over there?
And as Mr. O has said so well in the beginning, past, present, and future readings have been mainstays of tarot and oracle decks all throughout. I still do them myself.
I had already shuffled them, so now I'm cutting them.
Oh, good.
First card.
What's come up again, Mr. O, but upright? It's the Five of Wands.
And this is the Ghost of
Gina.
Christmas Past.
Gina, Ghost of Christmas Past indicates, healthy, constructive working with others. Some team of peers, whether this is magically, spiritually, or, in a work environment. The Ghost of Christmas Past is showing you the strength that you achieved and received from working with a tribe of some sort.
I almost feel like you were like a member of a spiritual choir or something like that. When I look at these guys here, I sort of feel like there's this cosmic angelic ohm. So I think the Ghost of Christmas Past says that most of your past ventures with teams were probably pretty favorable, and that usually there was, thank you, happy holidays, thank you, Mama T.
Thank you so much, Mama T.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. So the Ghost of Christmas Past says, Gina, teamwork was some of the best stuff you ever did.
Ooh. So the Ghost of Christmas Present. Wow, it's another positive card along those lines in a way, Gina. The Ghost of Christmas Present is the Three of Pentacles upright. And so the Ghost of Christmas Present is saying that now is even a time where you are being appreciated by your peers, by people that may even be above you, that recognize the talents and abilities that you portray, that you get, and what you give and work on for others.
I think the Ghost of Christmas Future says
Present
says be ready for a big honor. Be ready for somebody really noticing you. And maybe this acclaim or notice really is transcendent. I mean, there's a ghost there in the picture, and he's rising above, the woman who's studying the artwork or whatever that is there. So I feel there's this really evolutionary kind of stance here, this sort of transcendent feeling that the things you are about to do are really going to be significant and noted in many different ways.
Go ahead. Go right
so
ahead.
Then finally, what does the future bring? And it's the Seven of Cups, and it's reversed.
This is good. I think it's good.
I think it's good. It's the Ghost of Christmas Future says that after all of these things, the Twitter tribe that you love working with, and the acclaim that is surely coming to you, you're still going to move ahead towards other goals. In fact, you may be moving towards really a more ultimate goal. The Spirit, the Ghost of Christmas Future says, be ready for the big choice that is coming to you. Maybe there's something acclaimful coming to you, but there's also a big choice, a big project, a big decision to do.
Gina, the Ghost of Christmas Future in my mind is saying that you are about to choose you in the future are choosing a specific path to walk on, whatever the case may be. This may be something new. This may be something you have been thinking about pursuing. This may be something that you have started pursuing in the present, but the future holds that you are actually going to walk this walk now more specifically. Because the Seven of Cups upright is about choices, and so many choices. But when the Seven is reversed, it's about grabbing one of them now. You're ready to decide and choose a path to walk. And I think your future is walking perhaps a new exciting path.
Hi, Radha, and we can definitely pull cards for you. We're doing a special reading tonight where we're just doing messages from the Ghost of Christmas Past, present, and future, so we can pull those cards for you. Mama T, thank you so much again. I just wanted to acknowledge it. You're so wonderfully kind and nice to us. Thank you so much.
Grab the brass ring, Gina. Absolutely. Grab that cup and drink it. Hey, Apple and Eve, you are here for a reading. We'd love to read for you tonight.
How about a ghostly bite of an apple?
I feel like I'm Sunny's babysitter here today.
You're very welcome. And Radha is new. Thank you. No, we are giving general messages. This is a different show for us. It's not our regular show. We do have a regular show where people ask regular questions. That'll be back on Sunday. You can come again. Tonight's show is a little different. It's kind of based on the Charles Dickens story, Christmas Carol. We're calling it Christmas Tarot. And it's about the three ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. So if you stay, we'll give you a reading. And now we're going to do Apple
and
and
Eve.
Eve.
Just come back at our Sunday show where we do whatever you want us to, whatever question you have in mind.
All right, Apple and Eve, and here we go.
Absolutely, Radha, we will. You never know. You might hear something there that will resonate to whatever situation you are going to ask about, Radha. You just never know with the tarot. Okay. Yep.
Apple and Eve, Stephanie, you have the upright Queen of Coins. The ghost of Christmas past says, that is coins, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Says there was a thing in the past, the message of the past is that there was a good time when maybe you were really in control of a lot of things. You felt like you were an empress of sorts. You know, I think there's a minor reflection of the empress there. I think you were... Oh.
Are you kidding me?
You can't do that.
You're so sweet.
You can't do that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you
You're
so
so
much.
wonderful.
You're the Queen of Pentacles for me now.
Why is that in the past?
I love you. Thank you.
Come on, get that out there. Okay, he's gone. I guess I can put the toy down.
Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
All right, let me continue with it. I'll tell you what, Apple and Eve, the ghost of Christmas past is saying that, you know, there are lessons from a time where money flowed and you had control. You were, you know, think of a time in the past where everything seemed just right. Everything seemed just perfect. And not only that, how did you respond during that time? The Queen of Pentacles indicates a time where you were able to nurture and give to others like you just did. Oh, geez, look at Mr. O.
I'm sorry.
He's very emotional. You've got him emotional now. And so basically there is lessons for you here that maybe you have just exhibited in the present. And maybe that is why the ghost of Christmas past has brought us the Queen of Pentacles for you. Kind of interesting, is it not?
It's very interesting. I know you've told us some things about, you know, your past, and I think it might relate, but you're the real judge of that. But I think this is also talking too that any of the queens, they all present a sense of serenity when they're in a good position like that. And so it seems to me like the ghost of Christmas past said that you found some real true serenity and comfort in the past. And it may involve with being able to really make things work for you and being able to be in charge of the things of your life that you wanted. And so that's really a foundation. The ghost of Christmas past says you are working from your foundation.
This is the Empress reversed. Right?
I love this because it seems to me like when we're doing readings for so many people, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles almost always are following
but
each
it is
other.
reversed.
It is reversed.
I do want to talk about that a little bit, and I know Mr. O's going one way with it. Sometimes I go a different way, but I think I'm going to go the way he would this time. The Ghost of Christmas Present is taking us to a time now where, you may need some self-care. You need to spend a little bit more time nurturing yourself, giving yourself what you need. Thank you for giving us what we need, but you also need to give to yourself what you need right now.
This is very true. I think that the Empress sometimes has that feeling about caring more about others or those that she really needs to care more for than herself. And so in a sense, she has a reflection when she's reversed of being kind of like the Hangman in a way too, the willing to give up. And yet there's also too the idea that maybe she hurts herself too. So the spirit, the Ghost of Christmas Present is saying, don't overdo it, make sure you recharge your own batteries, but also too that this is a continuum to me, and so there may be times where you're more on top of the Empress thing and then maybe you're not, but it always comes back to that.
You good boy. The Ghost of Christmas Future.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And it's the Seven of Cups.
Oh, upright.
And it's
this
upright.
Time. The Ghost of Christmas Future is showing you that what lays before you, Apple and Eve, is a multitude of options, choices yet to be discovered.
I think the Ghost of Christmas Future says there's a real evolution going on for you. It's all spiritual, ghostly, whatever. But the idea that these cups are raising into the air, each and every one of them presents a very valid and positive point for you to follow. And the thing is you could spend the rest of your life or other lives following each of them. They're so full and resplendent. But you actually only need to find one. Maybe you'll find two, but if you only find one, you will be very content in your life.
I think that this is, this is a time, the spirits are saying the future is a time where, there are limitless opportunities, but, make a bucket list. Make sure you prioritize some, go for the things that are the most attainable, and the others, will more naturally gravitate to you. There's a process here. Once we attain, if we set our sights on the most attainable, the rest don't seem that far out of reach anymore, do they?
E.T., I am so moved by your gift. Thank you so much.
She said fellow water sign.
I know. I'm a big baby. I am.
He's a sweetie. All right, so, wow. Lena, you are up, Deep Shaika, and then, oh boy, I forgot to write the name, but don't worry, I didn't forget about you, Radha. We'll get you on the list. Okay, all right. We have plenty of time here. Gosh, just been an hour, and we're getting through the list really well. So nice of everybody to come and spend this holiday with us.
I'm happy. I'm happy. What did Rudolph do in that old TV show? She likes me.
Oh my gosh. One more. Good shuffle. You shuffling after?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I didn't yet.
Yep. Okay, I thought so. Just checking. Well, suddenly, Mr. O, this angel cookie is calling me. I don't want to bite off its head, but I might.
Bark, the herald angels sing.
I'm going to put it aside for a moment. I'm going to try to avoid temptation. It has been total food fest here. Hopefully we'll be able to post a picture of Monster and our granddaughter and daughter-in-law on our social media. It was very nice to see them all, and they got us some cool stuff. And we got them some cool stuff.
Yeah,
Mama
we did.
T.
Yeah.
They loved, the granddaughter and daughter-in-law loved your pendants. Just loved them. All right. So the 7 of coins is reversed.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so Lena, you were asking about money. I think this is the time, or in the past, the Ghost of Christmas Past is saying, that's really the past, isn't it? So let me think about this. Do you have something?
Well, the Ghost of Christmas Past
I was thinking present.
has said that maybe things were more fruitful in the past. Things moved the way they were supposed to. Seasons moved the way they were. Harvests moved. If you had a job, it was successful, productive. But the Ghost of Christmas Past says that was in the past, and things may not be the same. It's not saying it won't get back to there, but it's saying remember this as that point that you want to go back to. This was the point you liked, whenever that was, when things were productive, when things moved, when things came into season the way they were supposed to, whether it was even about things like human fertility. Maybe there were people you know who began their families, and it was just a wonderful time. Whatever these things were that came into being in the past, the spirit, the Ghost of Christmas Past says that is a good time you can get back to.
Well, it was good. I'm not sure I'm going to be
Hi,
totally...
Angel.
Angel! Good to see you. Glad you made it.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you. I don't know if you checked your DM yet in Twitter, but you should. That's all I'm going to say.
So then we have the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Wait, I didn't even talk about this. See how you are?
Okay.
Okay, the Ghost of Christmas Past to me, Lena, is saying that there was a time where, maybe you planted some seeds financially. Things were going a certain way, and in a positive direction of growth. But, things changed, and they, as Mr. O said, I really do believe that was a really poignant point he made there, that they won't be the same. As things grow, they shift and change and become different. And sometimes they grow, they go straight and true, and sometimes they grow twisted. And so, maybe this is what you have to consider is, where has your past with your finances and material situation, where has it left you now? And so let's take a look at the Ghost of Christmas Present. Oh, it's the Chariot upright. So the Ghost of Christmas Present is on the move here, or is showing you that it is time to move forward. This is a period for you to move forward if you have not already. This is a time of going forward and moving to make things happen in your financial world or, in your relationships.
And I don't know how spiritual you are of a person. I don't know if you have devotions or prayers you might do. But I think the Ghost of Christmas Present says that these reins you pick up, this drive you pull, could have things that take you to other planes, at least in your mind spiritually. So it may be successes that will grow you or evolve you from the inside too, whether it's your intellect, your heart, your spirit. I think that could happen as well.
Uh-oh, my pen stopped working. I want to get Angel on. Okay. The Ghost of... Oh, Lena! The Ghost of Christmas Future is showing you a very interesting future. It's showing that fate is going to play an important role in what lies ahead for you. It looks positive, like the wheel is turning, the wheel of fortune, in a positive direction in the future. And so if you are concerned about money, love, finances, there may be openings and opportunities. But the Ghost of Christmas Future tells you, you must keep your eyes wide open and be ready to take those opportunities when they come.
I think the Ghost of Christmas Future says all that. I think there's an energy there that's about luck and about things coming to cycle for you. And remember, I was talking about the cycles expressed in the Christmas
you did, the
past.
seasonal cycles.
The seasonal cycle. I said you were going to go back there, and I think this is saying you can go back there. And I think a large part of that is these fundamental four lights, the four quarters of the world, the four directions, the four magical elements. I think the Ghost of Christmas Future is saying these energies are going to be with you, or will somehow be made manifest to you, be made accessible to you, and they will help you, bring you back to maybe the happier time you remember, or even a happier time that has not happened yet.
You know what? I know you sent us something, Apple and Eve, but I think I clicked on the wrong link because something said it was a private video. I'm going to go back and check it again, and I'll let you know if I have any problem with it. But something happened. I tried to look at it, but we were kind of rushing and setting up for the show when I saw it, so I'll double check.
Mama Teresa, you give so much, so thank you so much.
All right, so Lena, that's what we have for you. It looks very positive going
It is
forward.
good.
Hey, Deep Shaika, you are up, and then Radha and Angel Rivera.
Woohoo! Deep Shaika, what do the messages of Christmas past, present, and future? Yeah, it does look good. It does look good, Lena. It actually looks good. We will try that, Apple. Thank you.
Fate is a funny thing, Lena, but when the Wheel of Fortune is upright, that means that luck is on your side and opportunities for whatever you were hoping for present themselves. But of course, you know, when the time comes, you have to be ready for it and make sure you're ready to move forward with it.
All right, Deep Shaika, Banshee is shuffling the cards, and we will tell you the past, present, and future from the Ghost of Christmas perspective. Merry Christmas, Violet. I hope your little one has a wonderful Christmas morning.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Lena. Whoops, excuse me. Soda pop made me burp. Mama T, I sure wish I could send you some lasagna. It's probably not going to work out, though.
I'll grab it. Okay, Deep Shaika, the Ghost of Christmas Past is the Four of Pentacles. So in the past was a time for you that might have been a fairly good time for you. Money was there, material, possessions, and well-being. Everything seemed good, but also it might have been a time when maybe you were more concerned about accumulating things as opposed to giving to others. So, you held on to things tightly. It's possible because you had to, because you were worried about, downturns in the economy or whatever. But now it's showing, it's showing in the past now that there was this good time when times were good. And then maybe there's a lesson for you going forward from that.
Well, I do have to say that the Ghost of Christmas Past definitely saw that material things were not as bad for you in the past. Right. But I also get the feeling that maybe...
message.
What?
There's another message,
The message is that maybe that was at the expense of something else, something that was more about emotional contentment.
Yes.
Because he just looks very lonely there, sitting there. And the idea that he himself is a ghost is really saying that although maybe there was good conditions material-wise, there wasn't really emotional or other kinds of fulfillment. And that's what the Ghost of Christmas Past says, is that you felt that. You understood that you did not have really what you wanted.
Well, what it means is you had what you wanted in the material realm, but at the expense of other areas in your life. Did it distance you from family? Did it take you out of your social circle? Did it break up a relationship?
So then, the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Present,
I'm sorry. I'm always tripping out, eh? And it's the Eight of Cups, and it's upright.
The ghost of Christmas present sees you soul searching, maybe going on a journey, an internal journey to assess where you are and where you are going now. This is a pivotal time for you to look towards new horizons in your life.
I think the Ghost of Christmas Future says really... Present.
It's okay.
Past, present, participle.
Mr. O is speeding too fast through the readings.
It's the Coca-Cola. It's giving me all hyper energy.
You know, we so rarely drink pop in this house, so yeah.
We bought some for the meal tonight.
Yep.
Okay, the Ghost of Christmas Present. The Ghost of Christmas Presents. That's right. The Ghost of Christmas Present, Deep Shaker. I think the Ghost of Christmas Present says a new direction is coming to you, or it is clear that you should maybe consider moving from where you have been or moving to something new.
It's definitely some new, some soul searching is going to lead you to something that is
more
higher,
fulfilling.
fulfilling.
And I think it's about the message of the past too, saying that there wasn't an emotional fulfillment. And the moon there talks about our emotions, and you're moving more or less
emotional and
towards that.
Spiritual fulfillment. The ghost of Chris.
Radha?
Oh, Radha. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We'll get back to you. We will get you done.
We'll wait for you.
The Ghost of Christmas Future is showing.
Happy New Year. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Apple and Eve. We'll be in touch.
Okay, so we have another night. It's the Knight of Swords, and it's the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Right.
And I think the Ghost of Christmas Future says, take the challenge. Take the move towards something exciting, a new goal, a new focus for yourself. It may be an undertaking that will lead you to much success, I think.
The Ghost of Christmas Future is saying you are heading towards a period of more clarity and purpose, and that you are going to move forward in a new direction, from this, from this thing from the present, full speed ahead. The Ghost of Christmas Present is showing you moving. It's awesome. It's a good, and maybe it's a physical move for you think about how this applies. Is it something physical? Is it something spiritual? Is it something emotional? There's definitely some growth for you and movement.
Really appreciate everybody who stayed up with us tonight. We know it's Christmas Eve. We also know some of you guys are early to bed. Hey, I kind of get tired early. So we appreciate you staying up for our Christmas Eve show tonight. Thank you.
So Radha had to leave for a few minutes?
Yeah, so I guess we'll do Angel, right?
Yeah, we'll do Angel first. We'll get to Angel, and then we'll get back to Radha.
So Angel, this is...
And you are welcome, Deep Shaika.
You're welcome. This is your message from the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future with the Ghost Tarot. I hope you feel better too, Mama.
Am I shuffling first, or...?
You are.
Okay. Seems like I've shuffled first a lot, but I'll do it again.
So we are happy that tomorrow's Christmas Day and that we are not doing the happy hour. We
are literally taking a day of rest. We have a few projects.
Well, we have to film her.
We have a gift for a certain someone we're working on. And we have a few projects. So we are not going to take the day totally off, but it's really going to be kind of relaxing. I'm hoping to get Mr. O to try a game out that I have. I want to see how it works. We're going to see a couple friends of ours, hopefully, in the next week or two to exchange gifts, and I want to play this game with them.
I didn't shuffle.
Oh, that's right. You did say you were shuffling a second. See, I haven't cut in a while.
That was the cruelest cut of all, my dear. Look at what you did.
Well, and I think it might be that way for New Year's Day too, but it depends. We're still working on our idea for the past life show on New Year's Eve. So, by the way, stay tuned for that if you like this show. The craziness of this show.
Mr. O chuckles maniacally. Boy, do we got something planned.
We will be doing past lives on New Year's Eve.
With a twist.
So it might be that we take New Year... Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right.
Angel Rivera, this is your Ghost of Christmas.
The Ghost of Christmas Past. Judgment reversed. It's taking you to a time where in your past, apparently you missed the alarm going off. You missed the memo. You missed some important opportunity for growth and change, and and it might have set you back in some ways. Perhaps the Ghost of Christmas Past is taking you to this time to reflect on what that means to you now going forward.
Well, I would say that maybe the Ghost of Christmas Past reminds us, reminds whoever. That,
Rod Howe will do you right after this reading, so hang in
you're
there.
the next one. You'll be just a few minutes. But Angel Rivera, I think this means that the Ghost of Christmas Past calls you out for that kind of unruly or rebellious person in the past that wasn't interested in spiritual lessons, maybe was more interested in some gang stuff, or maybe you were interested in just something that wasn't exactly spiritual. The spiritual stuff came later, we know, but Ghost is reminding you that you weren't always that way. At some point you were not interested in that.
The Ghost of Christmas Present.
Oh, it's the Supremes.
No, it's
Well, no, it's not the Supremes. It could be. I don't know. The Ghost of Christmas Present is the Three of Cups reversed. And it may be saying that right now is a little bit of a challenging time for you because there are things that call you to different things. Some things call you to maybe more lighthearted adventure. Some things are telling you, well, no, you still have to be disciplined in certain ways. It may be saying, too, that certain things you thought you were celebrating, you're not going to be celebrating just yet. You still may have to work with some balanced emotions, and I'm wondering if it's really other people's emotions around you.
Right. I feel that possibly the Ghost of Christmas Present is saying, that maybe you're allowing other people's dramas to, cause some chaos or disturbances in your own emotional life. This could be family, this could be work. This could be any of those scenarios. There are people around you maybe that are pushing some buttons, and, that's kind of a difficult thing to deal with right now, but it is just the present situation, and as we know, the present will be the past soon. And the Ghost of Christmas Future is saying, oh, look at that. Well, this is so funny because this is a future, and look what we got. The Six of Cups, upright. So the Ghost of Christmas Future is actually showing a time where you are maybe bringing back some things that you used to do that brought you great joy and happiness. It's a time where it's not just about fond memories, because this is a future card. I feel that you're bringing back some things, that you used to do, feel, whatever, and you're bringing them back in the future to bring joy back into your life.
Are you working on time travel or astral projection into the past? Because I'm wondering, I said before, there was this time in the past where you, like many of us, were not very spiritual. And then, of course, this is talking about really having some interesting tools in your toolbox there, Mr. Rivera. So I'm thinking this is saying that the Ghost of Christmas Future says that maybe, like Banshee says, it's, what you get from the past. But I'm thinking it's also a two-way street. It's not just the past coming to meet you.
Right.
It's what you get out of the past, either through time travel, reverie, or tarot cards or whatever. So I think the Ghost of Christmas Future says this stuff is your future, really, is expanding your spiritual and cosmic horizons.
I will definitely try to get to it tonight, Violet Lotus, but if I don't, it'll be tomorrow. I'm trying to remember if I even have my card of the day done for tonight. So
I know I
that
don't.
might be happening.
I know I don't.
We did pull the card though, and we're not saying anything. But Christmas Day's card is very interesting, to say the least. So, and it's not bad. It's not a bad card per se. So
It is intriguing.
So at any rate, yeah, this was a very interesting reading. But I feel, Angel, that maybe there is something you've had to let go of that, you miss. And you want it back. And actually, the Ghost of Christmas Future is saying that it will really nourish you. It will really bring you joy. Bring joy back into your life.
Could this make sense at all? Because it's kind of crazy to me. But remember I said there's a connection from the past card? Well, I'm wondering, so is this talking about, that you need some input from that less spiritual part of yourself, something that's maybe more mundane or more rebellious or whatever. I'm just wondering if that's what the Ghost of Christmas Future implies too, is that going back to that, what I said, not she, but what I said is possibly warranted.
Well, we channel
Just a
different
thought.
ghosts of Christmas, past, present, and future. But that's what we have for you, Angel. That's a really interesting reading.
I don't know about full steam.
All right, so we're going to go to Radha now. Radha, thanks for sticking with us. We'll get a reading for you.
Hi, Radha. Thanks for joining us. And for all of you out there, please like, share, subscribe if you haven't, etc. Appreciate that.
Well, I'm glad it makes some sense. we truly have had a busier day than we thought, but it was just so wonderful having our son and the family by, because it's been 2 years since
we haven't really seen them all together. I have, because I went over there.
We were at their house for barbecue in
well,
the
it's
summer.
different though. This is more intimate in a way.
Yeah, this is the way we used to celebrate holidays together, so it was very, very nice.
Well, Tiffany, my daughter-in-law, helped me out.
Okay, go ahead. Your daughter-in-law?
With my Halloween party gift or party outfit. So, because she's a seamstress too.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I have seen them a little bit, is what I was trying to say.
That is true. All right, Mr. O, I'm going to ask for your advice on this one. Is that the knight or the page? I think we had the Knight of Swords with the horse before.
It's the page.
Right? This is the page. They have those weird...
They have like a helmet.
Wait a minute. Angel Rivera has this deck. He would know.
I think it's the page because I think the helmet implies they're a squire to a knight. The horse is what makes the knight the knight.
Exactly.
These guys aren't on horses, so it's the Page of Swords.
And in the past for
Radha.
Yep.
And so I think this is saying, Radha, that in the past, the Ghost of Christmas Past indicates that you were maybe at a high point of cleverness. I'm not saying you're not clever now, but there was a point of high cleverness, high gracefulness. You were sort of skilled in movement. This might pertain to more than just physicality, like maybe there's a mental cleverness, a mental acuity or fitness that you were involved in. I think the Ghost of the Past is saying that was maybe a defining moment for you when you were able to really challenge forces in a certain way or to hold your own with them.
I think the Ghost of Christmas Past is saying that you had a lot of discernment and analytical skills and the ability to come up with solutions to problems very easily. You could cut through, with that sword, you could kind of cut through, things to see, to separate truth from fiction, to separate facts from non-facts, and to understand what needs to be done. And also, as Mr. O said, this is a card of grace and dexterity, but this is also a card of communicating well. and communicating, with thoughtfulness. So maybe there's some message here for you moving into the present. Let's see what the Ghost of Christmas Present has. Well, we do have the Knight here. This is the Knight of Pentacles reversed.
So you have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Ghost of Christmas Present. And what I believe here is that right now the ghost is saying there's some things that you're sluggish about or that you're not really fully invested in. You're not using your best capabilities or energies towards solutions, or the ghost maybe indicates that you're not enjoying what you're doing too. Like maybe you just don't feel you're really involved in the things you want to be, whether this is work or relationships or other personal things. You're just sort of kind of spinning in a contrary way, or you're not quite feeling it the same way that other people feel it.
You may be experiencing, the Ghost of Christmas Present is saying, some burnout or something that is just maybe, you've been doing the same thing over and over again for a while and it's getting old. I feel that this is, also that you are just slowing down in some way. Perhaps the Ghost of Christmas Present is saying this is a time to slow down a little bit and let your body and your spirit rejuvenate a little bit more.
That's a good point, Banshee, because really I think the idea does sort of tend towards maybe movement that lessens, but with that comes the idea of rest. So maybe this is a good time to rest, to at least restore yourself in mental ways or nourish yourself in cultural ways, read more, things like that. So then we move to the Ghost of Christmas Future. And it's the king, or no, that's the queen. It's the Queen of Pentacles, but she's reversed.
Again, the Ghost of Christmas Future, this is very interesting because I feel the present is clearly leading to this future here. And this future is saying that this is a time for you to nurture yourself. Perhaps you've given a lot to others around you. You've done a lot. Not necessarily financially. This can be about giving of your resources, but can also be about your time and energy. And the well runs dry if you do not replenish it for yourself. And so the Ghost of Christmas Future is just telling you, you need to replenish yourself. Do things that will fill you back up again.
Right. It really is more of a focus. It's just saying the Ghost of Christmas Future says you may have spent a lot of time or in different ways focusing on others or helping others. Now is the time for you to help yourself, and or possibly to seek others to help you too. But mostly it's saying you're self-reliant and you're pretty independent, so if you have to do it alone, you can do it alone. But it will take some time. You really do need to take care of yourself. And I like that you gave us some feedback there, because that kind of tells us we were on the right track with you, more or less.
Oh, I see that. I see.
Hi, Libra.
Well, you have restored, but it is saying still...
You still have work to do
There's still
area.
if it's not for that problem, it's other things. So now you need to get back on track, both mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and do things that will try to bring it all back in balance again. That's what we have for you, Radha. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thank you, Radha.
And hey, Libra Cusp.
Hi, Libra.
You
Merry
came
Christmas.
just in time.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Where's your Santa hat?
Somewhere where I would probably disconnect the audio.
I'll make him wear it Sunday.
Why? It's after Christmas on Sunday.
I'll make him wear it anyway. Now be careful with the cords. Oh my goodness, there he goes again. He's got the ghost. Yeah, our show started off very poorly.
Poorly?
Well, our microphone problems and some of the other stuff.
I don't know where my Christmas hat is.
Ha! You threw it away in disgust.
Oh,
Uh-oh, he's coming back with it.
For you, Libra. Ho, ho, ho.
I love the elf ears on the side.
Is
You
there
guys-
something in my teeth?
Mr. O only wishes he could grow a beard like that.
You're very... Yeah, I can't grow a beard to save my
He's
life.
never been able to grow a beard.
You're very welcome, Radha.
And you are very welcome, Radha.
But, you know, I
Come
would...
back again and you can ask whatever question you want on our other shows. We're just doing special shows for the holidays, so New Year's Eve will be a special show as well. I picked them up, Mr. O.
Okay, read them.
We're going to read them for you, Libra. Ooh.
Ooh. You have some good cards.
Well,
Well,
One.
I mean, in general.
let's take a look here. Let's take a look at what is going on with Libra. So, the ghost of Christmas past. Well, actually, was it you that had this one? Somebody just had the Eight of Swords recently. And I'm not sure who it was, but here it is as part of Ghost of Christmas.
No, that was the Eight of Wands. This card hasn't been
I'm
shown
talking
tonight.
about in another reading.
Okay, gotcha.
Like Thursday's your show.
Okay.
Somebody had that, and I didn't know if it was Libra. But the Eight of Swords is up right here, and it's speaking of the Ghost of Christmas Past is saying there was a time where you really felt trapped. You felt trapped in something that was suffocating you and when I say that, I mean it was suffocating your spirit. You felt like there was no way out, but there was. You had a way out. You just had to find your way there. And the Ghost of Christmas Spirit feels that, there's a message for you from that time.
Well, the Ghost of Christmas Past says that in some respects at this time in your life, whenever this was, you were an angel that was kind of held against your will. You're standing on the precipice there. You have the powers of light within you, the powers of change and transformation, but something is holding you back. It would be easy to say that maybe it was somebody else holding you back, but I think it's also clear to say that you sort of granted some of that too. And I think the Ghost of Christmas Past says that was probably something you do realize, was not in your best interest. You wouldn't necessarily say it's a mistake, but it wasn't the best thing for you to do at that time.
The Ghost of Christmas Present has a message of the King of Cups reversed. And so the Ghost of Christmas Present might be saying that, sometimes in the present you feel that you lack control over your emotions. You sometimes let the emotions out, and maybe some people may find it harsh or inappropriate. You feel it's justified, but also, you have to realize that sometimes when we are in that emotional state, we feel we are right, and we're not looking at things through objective eyes. We're dealing through emotions, raw emotions.
Well, another way of looking at this too, though, could be that the Ghost of Christmas Present says that maybe there are times right now where you're very hard on yourself. You don't feel you're a good person to be around or to be in an emotional relationship. And of course,
that's very true.
And of course, it may not be really the reality, but the ghost is saying you feel that way, and maybe you should just give yourself a little benefit of the doubt. Everybody has a heart, even Ebenezer Scrooge or the Grinch.
Well,
because that's the point of tonight, was Charles Dickens learned through the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future that he could change.
So the lessons aren't always good ones. They are hard. And
oh my God, that was itching so much.
And we need to take those lessons in. Wow, is the microphone still in with that thump?
Yes.
In order to grow. So the Ghost of Christmas Future does say The High Priestess is reversed. So the Ghost of Christmas Future is saying that, there are messages you should not ignore. You should not ignore. And maybe what it's saying in your future is you should not ignore your spiritual side and the messages that you receive from Spirit.
Yeah, I think it's more the latter. I think the Ghost of Christmas Future knows you have this wisdom inside of you, but like the first card said, you might be denying your access to it. So the Ghost of Christmas Future, and I saw this on the last few readings, there's always a connection with that past card
but
and
that
the
makes
future card.
sense.
And it makes total sense. The Ghost of Christmas Future really is saying, don't be so hard on yourself. You have it there. You just have to allow yourself to let it out.
I do like what he's saying about don't being too hard on yourself with that King of Cups reversed. That can be it also. And again, that is a matter of allowing our emotions to make us feel we are inadequate. We're acting out of emotions and not a state of enlightenment. So, that's why the future is concerned that you not ignore your spiritual side. Your spiritual side can help you balance out the emotional instability that may make you feel you're not worthy. Right?
Right. So Merry Christmas, Libra. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Hey, and that's what we had for you. And is there anybody else we didn't read for? I don't think so.
Ourselves.
Oh!
We should pull a ghost card for
all
ourselves.
All right, you guys want to hear our ghost stories?
Should we just do one or all three?
Well, I think we should do all three.
Yeah, we got time for it.
We got time for it. If you got the time, we've got the time.
Looks at chat room. Nobody's viewing.
Oh, no.
No, I'm kidding. So I will do you, and then you will do me.
Yes. That's how it works.
And of course, since I'm the ultimate ghost, I'll know if the ghost is right on or not. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
I think that
Are
one
you
we
dropping cards? So that's the one for the past. What's past? It's past. It's all gone now. What does it say?
The Ghost of Christmas Past says you're a reversed devil. That basically you found your message in the past as being more about overturning those limitations or challenges, those things that held on to your materialism. That was the message of the past, that, maybe you were defeating your more materialistic urges and moving towards the more spiritual.
Which card is that again?
The Ghost of Christmas Past, Devil.
Devil,
reversed.
that's right. The devil reversed. I overthrew the evil forces.
Of materialism. I'm not so
could be
sure.
other evil forces.
Okay.
As I point my hat towards Mr. O.
Okay.
Just kidding.
You're welcome, Libra.
The Ghost of Christmas Present. What does that have for me? Oh.
It's, is that the 5? Yeah, it is.
Oh.
It's the
I saw
5.
the rainbow and I got happy, but it's the 5 of Swords.
It's the 5 of Swords. And it's upright. And so the Ghost of Christmas Future says, present, says there's a rainbow for you, but only if you make sure those ghosts don't come back. You're banishing them. No, that's not what it says. I think that the 5 of Swords here is saying that really in the present, you kind of had to do what you had to do. You kind of had to take no prisoners on some sense. You kind of had to do what you did, even if there was no reward, because maybe you're really the only person to be aware of that rainbow. And so I think the Ghost of Christmas Present says you do it for the rainbow.
Well, what's really interesting about that card to me is that it could talk about my health. It could talk about a lot of things. I feel here when I see that, that sometimes it's not about winning. It's not about winning. It's about dealing with what you have with integrity and, working with what you have. And that's what I feel the message of the present is for me.
Go away, ghost.
Not my happiest card in the deck, absolutely.
And you have another 5.
No.
The Ghost of Christmas Future gives you the 5 of Cups.
Oh, no.
And
Upright?
upright. And I think that I'm looking at the image on the card, and I think the ghost says that something that maybe did escape you a while ago will come back. That's what I'm seeing there. Look at that. You know, he's waving at something. Maybe he's waving goodbye, but maybe he's waving hello.
Well, that's a nice spin on the 5 of Cups there, Mr. O. Perhaps in this version, you know, maybe there is an acknowledgement that there is something to look forward to with the 2 cups left upright.
Well, it is about, you know, the continuance of things between ghosts and us. Most of these cards show a person interacting with a ghost, holding an umbrella over a ghost in the rain. Come on.
Where you see the connection between the 2 cards, in this reading there's a clear connection between these cards.
Yeah, I see it more between those 2.
Because, you know, this is sort of about, hey, it's not about victory. It's about, taking what you have and making the most of it. And in a sense, that's what this card is about too, is like, it's not about what you lost. It's about taking what you have and making the most of it.
In both cards, it does seem like something may be moving away or possibly coming back. So it is interesting.
It is interesting. Thank you, Mr. O. I will
You're
do
welcome.
mine now to end out the or yours to end out the show.
Give me a ghost. Give me a ghost. We didn't take pictures of the lasagna, did we?
Oh my gosh, we forgot to take pictures of the wonderful lasagna.
It was so festive. It was
It looked great.
red
Yes.
and green, the spinach one. Little green flecks of spinach on the top. Very nice.
Whoops. Let me shuffle this. All right, that did it. All right, Mr. O. I'm going to cut them and I'll see what we've got. All right, let's see. Your Ghost of Christmas Past. Well, what do we have here? 8 of Cups.
Oh, I forgot we still have a Taurus hanging out with us.
8 of Cups reversed.
You would be like my brother, the Taurus.
So the 8 of Cups reversed, Mr. O, is in your past. The Ghost of Christmas Past is telling you that there may be some unfinished business with the past that you still have to tidy up. Maybe that is why the Ghost of Christmas Past has taken you on this journey back, is for you to assess and think about, what have I left undone that needs to be done?
Well, but this happened in the past, so maybe I'm suffering from the misdeeds of the past still
That's possible that you
unrighted yet,
haven't
or
resolved.
that they still have
So
a...
in other words, you need to resolve what is unresolved from your past. The Ghost of Christmas Present is the Knight of Wands, Mr. O. The Ghost of Christmas Present says you are on a mission, a journey in a way, but you are ready for action. You're ready to move forward with something and propel yourself in a positive direction. This could be work-wise, this could be just with special projects that you have been wanting to initiate. All systems look to be go.
I know exactly what this means.
Forward
It's a good sign.
movement. Guess what? You have another knight. And it's the Ghost of Christmas Future. The Knight of Pentacles upright.
Oh.
This is very positive as far as material well-being goes. You could be moving towards a time of some material satisfaction or success, or maybe making some important financial material moves of some sort.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like that because I've been thinking about those things.
So which is interesting to me with this reading is it looks like, again, to me anyway, those 2 cards on the end fit together for you.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
So pretty unique, very interesting. Well, I don't know what you guys all thought of this experimental reading we did today, but we're certainly willing to repeat it next year. And hopefully with a little more flair.
Well, I like using different kind of themed decks with their imagery for maybe different kind of readings where they may resonate more to that. This is nearly a perfect match for this, but I think I experienced it a little bit when I started using it a little bit in the Goth Tarot back in October, and I saw this potential for really spirit ghost messages. So it's very awesome.
And remember, when we're dealing with kind of a Dickensonian theme, because past, present, future readings in and of themselves may be different from this. I feel like maybe some might look at the way I looked at the Spirit's messages as being a little hard, but I feel that that's kind of what Dickens was doing. They were
Totally.
trying to, drive home to that Scrooge the morals that they needed to see from their past and the present and where it was leading them in the future. So it turned out to be
I just like those
very
Scary Ghost
interesting.
Stories song that they play. But yeah, we're already thinking about what we could do next year because we saw something else and we said, oh, that might work with this too.
Well, thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
It's interesting. I don't know how it's going to work out, but we did find a deck after we had planned this. Who knew that there is a deck out there that is a majors only deck that's called a Christmas Tarot?
Yeah.
And I
it's
was like,
Dickinson's.
what?
It's Dickens.
No, well, it didn't.
It's
It sort of
Victorian.
said that. It was supposed to be Victorian. There are some mixed reviews about it, but we're going to check it out. I think we are going to get that one and check it out. And it might be used next year for some other projects. And it might be more interesting to work with just the majors for a reading like this, because it is very karmic, the past, the present, and future things. We're looking at kind of the karmic direction. I think that might be even more interesting. But yeah, Angel, they do say that Christmas, people used to tell ghost stories, so why not? The Ghost Tarot. Well, again, everybody, it's great spending Christmas Eve with you. I want to thank you all for joining us today on this merry little adventure. So take care, everybody. Stay safe out there and have yourself a great Christmas tomorrow.
And we'll see you on Sunday. We'll be back Sunday for our
With a
regular
new
show.
microphone, apparently, thanks to
Yeah.
Apple and Eve. Oh
Thank
my
you,
gosh.
Apple and Eve, so very
So
much.
awesome.
Thank you, Mama T. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, all of you, for being here. You just liven up our show so much. It wouldn't be the same without you.
Yeah. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.